Good evening.
Good evening.
My name is Rykeem.Biography, and today I will be your informed speak about Malcolm X. I will tell you about his legacy, impact on civil rights, and his life. My reference were the autobiography of Malcolm X by Haley A. and A Life of a Reinvented Viking Person by Marvel M. I chose to speak about Malcolm X because he was one of the most dynamic and controversial leaders of the civil rights movement. As a youth, he was a troubled child, but transformed into a global advocate for black empowerment. It often reminded me of myself. His life is proof of the power of education, self-improvement, and activism. While leaders like Dr. King advocated for nonviolent protests, Malcolm X focused on self-defense, black pride, and economic independence, influencing the racial justice movement. This speech will tell my audience about Malcolm X's life, transformation, and lasting influence on racial justice. Malcolm Little was born May 19, 1925 in Omaha, Nebraska. His parents were Minister Earl Little, his mother, Louisa Little. His mother was institutionalized and his father was murdered. That led to Malcolm being placed in a foster home. While Malcolm was in a foster home, he moved to Boston and New York. That led to him gambling, drug dealing, and burglarizing. That was a life-changing experiment for Malcolm. In 1946, he was arrested to 10 years in prison. While in prison, he educated himself and joined the NOI, Nation of Islam. He had a famous quote, "Education is the passport to the future, for tomorrow belongs to those who prepare for it today." This quote highlights Malcolm X's belief that knowledge is the key to liberation. His life was living proof. He broke off from the NOI in 1946. In, in 1952, he changed his last name to X to represent the rejection of slave ancestry. He created a group called the Muslim Mosque Incorporated in 1964 and an organization of Afro-American unity. He witnessed Muslims of all races worshiping together, which led him into adopting a more inclusive view of race relations. He began advocating for human rights on a global scale, moving away from strictly black motivation. On February 21st, 1965, Malcolm X was assassinated while speaking in Harlem. Many believe his death was politically motivated as he had become a threat to both the U.S. government and former national allies in the NOA. His assassination did not silence his message, rather it amplified his influence. His autobiography, written by journalist Alex Haley, became one of the most important books in American literature. It continued to inspire readers by highlighting his transformation. He broke off from the NOI because of the relationship and disagreement him and Elijah Muhammad had. He was killed in 1965. He influenced groups like Black Panther and Black Lives Matter parties. Malcolm X's journey shows the power of education, resilience, and activism. He had another famous quote, "A man who stands for nothing will fall for anything." Malcolm X's journey from a troubled past to a powerful advocate for racial justice highlights the importance of self-education and resilience. His enduring legacy in literature and activism, modern social movements. His assassination did not silence his message, rather it amplified his